Hello everyone, welcome to the Matrix Decoding. My name's Andy. Today I will do episode 3 about the series of how to understand the Matrix, why it's important to unlock it, and how to decode it. So episode 1 we were talking about the general concept of what the Matrix is about, how it was being created, and in episode 2 we're talking about ego. Ego is the main keys, the main things that the matrix using to control and to allow things to happen in a designated plan to people. And it's created based on the experiences that the soul register to come in earth to experience. And it's also designed to help the evolutions of life expansion in general, the expansions of the creation. And we are part of it, so human beings actually are the cell of the life span trying to evolve. And our mission is to uh, experience things, create new experiences, for for the divine experience, to create the new evolutions of of the cycles of evolutions from the beginning till whenever it's necessary. So we in that process. So today I will talk a little bit about the ego after the enlightenment, because there's a concept about the ego death. And then I will talk a little bit about the natures of human. So because all these things step by step, when we put together, we will see the whole pictures of the whole meaning of this, the meaning of existence and the purposes of the souls where we're trying to head to. So first of all, because we were talking about ego last episode, now we would analyze about the unconscious time of how we live to the conscious time of how we live, and the middle time between the unconscious and conscious is called the enlightenment. The enlightenment is the concept of when people comes to realize of themselves, who they truly are, and make sense of everything, why things happen to them in that way, what it gave them, the lessons or experiences that worth the learning for the consciousness growth, for the growth of consciousness. So basically enlightenment is actually the time that you solve your matrix. And of course the evolution line will have to take a certain period of time. It's a long time for people to keep coming and learn and create to upgrade the levels of consciousness one step by step gradually until the peak of evolutions. So right now we actually on that peak of evolution 2023, because the earth finished her contract and start to change the consciousness to a higher dimension. And magnetic fields energy also increase accordingly. And that's why we are also in that process of ascending our frequencies, our consciousness to next level. And because the consciousness is upgrading, it's like the call of waking up global wide to all the souls of um, you know um, stop and drop anything that's still heavy and not suitable with the new missions, and change to the new dimensions of consciousness. This is also the time that Pluto stepped into Aquarius. The area of humanities, of new technologies, of individuality, and also purposes. That's create the urge and the panicking in the collective. Why they suddenly feel things changing and they still stuck with the old matrix. And this is transformative time. That's why it's the old matrix will start to giving the energies to the new matrix to take over. And that's why a lot of new um, energies is being reinforced recently by all the planets around the earth to create the new matrix energy. So we were talking about the matrix. They created the ego to keep the people in that loop, in the endless cycles of repeating things, until people start to comes to the point that it doesn't make sense anymore, so they will have to find a way to break out of it. And that is when the evolution's asking, and that is when the time to solve the matrix. And but to solve the matrix, you have to kill the ego, remove all the ego. So you have to recognize which one is from the which concept, which idea is from the 3D material world, because the 3D world is the world of matrix, is the world of um, role play games. So we are role playing our characters, and we didn't know it. We believed that it was us. That was us with that name. That was us because we are from that country, because we that race, because we that job, because that's what we had. That's the why we had. But none of it actually existed. It's the game. So of course that we don't expect everyone can solve and understand, comprehend straight away about ego things. But in case that you solved it, because a lot of people solved it, a lot of people awakened, enlightened. That's why we have the concept of ego death. So ego death is the concept of the ego that we recognize and detected was implanted, imposed on us in the matrix to keep us being functioning the character of what we thought that it was us. But after we came to realization it wasn't us, because the consciousness now being recognized, is that who you truly are. The ego will never go away. We will have to learn how to live with it in a way that, but when you recognize the roles of what ego did to you in the past, because when it was inactive, when it was active, it produced the karma. It can be good karma, it can be bad karma. That doesn't matter, but it produced active karma into what you sow and reaps in this life. But once you recognize it, it doesn't have the control over your decisions any longer, because you know that wasn't you. But you still live with it, because thanks to that egos, people still can recognize you, who you are as a character. For example, you're still the son of that family, you're still the doctor of that hospital, you're still the bankers of that bank, or you're still the hairdresser of what you're doing, things like that. But it no longer do any interfere into your or creating new karmas to you. So that's why I call it as a non-productive egos. A lot of people call it ego death. That's the collective terms that people are familiar with. Doesn't matter as long as we understand the nature of this. And a little bit after the ego, I want to talk is about humans, because now we come to some temporary agreement with each other that there was a concept of egos like that, and to show the separations from between egos and consciousness. Now it's explained who's human beings, because I kept mentioning that we are actually the the game, playing the game. We are the characters. So human beings actually the products of experiment of the universe. So the divine sent all these old revolutions of life, aliens, different tribes of aliens observe the earth in billions years to see how it's compatible, which species compatible for the revolutions, and they combine the DNA of the existing species in the outside in the space to the mammals species here on Earth. A type of monkey is in Africa, South Africa, and that is how we evolved, and that is why when the human history start to evolve up till now. Um, the problem with human is because the consciousness is in that evolution process, so we're not able to understand who we truly are as soon as it should, because it takes time to do this. It is a lot of time, and we're still in that process of trying to understand who we truly are. But the consciousness is obviously that increased in recent years. Everything start to change so fast thanks to this awakening of the collective consciousness. So we will soon come to that terms, because the evolution is to seek the harmony between living, like harmonize the conflicts of the dual contrast of meanings, and that is also illusionary in the 3D world. But I will leave the dualities topic to another time. But today I want to give the sense of who we truly are as a human beings. So we are hybrids between the aliens and the mammal species on Earth, and we in that evolutions, and we've evolved pretty fast with all the technology that we been gained. All the knowledge is actually being downloaded from the universe. It's not our intelligence. So if anyone understand that, it will make things much easier for the future. But right now, when we start to not put ourselves as a center of, like we are the creators with a smart one, with a controller, and it will change a lot of things in what we see things. We only here as a fleas on the earth, because if we don't learn how to appreciate what we've been given and protect Mother Earth, she can just shake her body slightly, and every one of us gonna got a hard time, like the earthquakes, volcanoes, all the sort of things that we've seen in the past, even in the recent past. um, so today, I just want to have a very relaxing conversations about this, because this is what I'm trying to experiment with a new style of doing things, and I hope this works and it get closer to people. This is gonna be a long way, so hopefully that this video raise some interest in you, and I will receive the feedback from you too. If you can help me with support to the channel, thank you very much. And if you want to read tarot, if you Sagittarius, please go to the Northern Tarot. I will do the daily tarot readings in that channel for Sagittarius. For now, thank you and bye bye.